everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, my name is Mariana, and today we are here for another organization video. And this time around I'm gonna go ahead and organize all my TouchNew markers that I bought during Black Friday. So we have this big bag here full of markers, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. Voila! So we have lots and lots of markers to organize. Each one of them has a number for each color. So the way I think I'm gonna do this is just basically sort based on the numbers. So from 0 to 10, and then 10 to 20, and so on. We have 168 markers here, so this is probably gonna take a while. But anyway, I think it's gonna be very fun. I love organizing stuff, and if you're watching this video, you probably like it too. So let's get on to this. And one thing that I want to say before we start is that maybe if you watched my previous videos about the unboxing of this of these markers, you'll see that I'm wearing exactly the same thing, and that's because I'm filming on the same day, because I'm very excited to organize my markers. So I decided to film everything at the same time. So it's just a little bit of a disclaimer so you guys know that. And the way I'm gonna organize this is that I'm gonna use a cardboard box that came in the mail when I ordered a couple of things. So I have this box here that I think this was the box that my camera came in when I sent it to get fixed. Anyway, doesn't matter. So it's a simple cardboard box, and the dimensions of this box are 16 by 23 by 17. So we have 17 here, 16 here, and 23 here. And what I did to make this work was basically just to tape this side and the bottom of the part that closes, and I cut off the top part. This way it's gonna be easier to see the markers. So the markers sit like this here, and then on the top you can see exactly the markers, so it doesn't look as cluttered, and I think it's gonna look nicer this way. And this part here that I cut has, I think, 9 centimeters. So 9 here, 17 here. And then what I did as well to make things easier, because I know that as I go along and put all the layers of markers, they will probably start to get mixed together. So each layer is not gonna be completely straight. So what I did to make things easier and neater was to just cut out some, everything is okay, we're okay. So I just cut off some shelves so I can put here. So for example, this here, it's a cardboard envelope I got on the mail. So you can simply put it here, and it does like a little shelf. And of course this is gonna fall if you leave it like that. So what I'm gonna do is use the markers themselves as support. So each 2 layers I'll put this little shelf in, and I think that's gonna work great. I don't know how many I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 little shelves here, and they are 15 here, 15 by 23. So 15 by 23, and I have 6 of them. Anyway, now that I have all the pieces I need to do my little shelf unit for my markers, we can go ahead and get started in organizing. So to make this process a little bit easier for myself, I decided to start with grabbing all the pens that had the same number, that were in the same number family or in the same color family. And I decided to start with the grays, because the grays have some different numbers and letters to them. For example, cool gray is CG, and then blue gray is BG. So they don't only have a number, they also have 2 letters. So I thought it was better to start with them and then make the last or the first 2 rows the gray rows. And the way I decided to go about it is just to grab all the pens that were in the same color family and then put them on the table and start ordering them, following the numbers. For the grays, I started, I think, with the cool grays, or no, I started with the green grays, then the blue grays, then the cool grays, then the warm grays. And then after I was done with the grays, I started the actual numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And the numbers, actually, the first numbers were for the warm colors. So yellow, orange, and also red. And then arranging these colors was a little bit easier because they had only numbers, so I didn't have to decide if I wanted to start with warm gray, cool gray, blue gray, or whatever. And it was a lot easier. The only thing is that even though these markers came with 168 pens, they don't have all numbers. So sometimes they skip numbers. For example, from 19 we go to 21, so we don't have 20. I don't know why. I don't know if they have a bigger package or a bigger collection. I have no idea. But before I started this process, I actually tested all the pens. So I swatched all of them. That's why I have a little notebook by me that I can check to see if I have a number that I skipped or this number simply doesn't exist in this collection. And this made my life much easier because I didn't waste time looking for a pen or a number that didn't exist in this collection. So I found it very helpful, and I would highly suggest you do that before you start. I had already swatched all the colors by number, so I kind of had them pre-arranged before I started this. And when they first came to my house, they were completely out of order. There was absolutely no arrangement, no sense in the way they were placed in the bag. And after I swatched all of them by order, I actually placed them back into the bag with their color family or with their number family. So it was a lot easier to just organize them in the cardboard box after that. And one thing that I also did was to make sure the thick tip was pointing out of the box. So every time I grabbed a marker, the thick tip would be facing me, so I would know exactly which tip I was going to use, which is also quite helpful. Because of the way I was organizing these markers, which was placing the next row between the previous markers, I didn't have enough space for the last row because I have a lot of pens. So what I did was to just kind of change the way I placed them. So the last row has my markers turned vertically. This way I can place more markers in the last row and all of them can fit. So this is the final result. I absolutely love it. All the pens fit into this organizer, aside from this other blender that I got as a gift from the seller. This blender has a little bit of a different shape than the other pens, but the blender for this collection is already in place, which is the number 0. So I actually have 2 blenders for this collection. And I really like the rolls. They work perfectly, and I think it's great because you can just grab a pen and then you can put it back into place without having any troubles, because the pens, they kind of hold themselves. And you could also try to do one row at a time and place cardboard between them, but I think that worked great with 2 rows. So that was it for this video, guys. This is the final result. I really like it. Like, it's very pretty. All the colors are organized. This is like a dream. This is perfect. The only thing that I might change in the future is that I might add a colorful paper, or I might paint this box. But for now, it's perfect. I mean, the only thing I'll be really seeing will be the front and the top as well. But it doesn't bother me that it's this color or anything like that. So for now, I'll just leave it like that. Maybe in the future, I'll do something different with this. And if you guys have any suggestions as well, just leave it here in the comments. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed filming it. And it took me about an hour to organize all these colored markers. And it was so helpful that I had this little color chart here, because I knew exactly which colors were missing and which numbers were skipped. So yeah. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave your like and also subscribe here to my channel. Like I said in the previous videos, I make lots of videos in Portuguese, but I'll be trying to post a lot of videos in English as well for 2021. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.